Well, it's political season, so you know that even before this storm makes landfall, it's already impacting this presidential race. Team Clinton decided this was a good time to make a big advertising buy on the Weather Channel in a series of major Florida markets, right? And some critics are questioning whether this move could actually end up angering some of the voters she's trying to reach. Joining me now, the new co-hosts of Perino and Stirewalt. I'll tell you what. Do I have it right, Chris?
Oh, it's so beautiful. It sounds so good to hear.
I'll tell you what. Chris Stirewalt, who's also our Fox News digital politics editor, and Dana Perino, former White House press secretary under President George W. Bush and co-host of The Five. You have too many titles. You're going to have to choose which ones you want. I don't have the time.
Well, that other show's just temporary, so that will go away.
Okay, well, let's live just with that other show's title for now.
Okay.
I'm going to start with you, Dana, because you're here live in the set. Ad buy on the Weather Channel by Hillary. I understand the goal in running for president is to reach people.
Should reach a lot of eyeballs. I think it depends on what the ads are. If it's if they're ads that are slash and burn against Donald Trump, I don't think that would be very welcome. But if they're ads that are uplifting, it might just have a positive impact. I also think that the impact of the storm is going to be so big that they might not have a lot of commercial breaks because the impact of the storm is, if what Rick is saying actually ends up happening, we could be in a really dire situation for millions of people for a long period of time.
How does that play politically, Stirewalt? Because, you know, we saw with Superstorm Sandy, it did have an impact. And, you know, you could argue it had an impact all the way to 2016 and cost Chris Christie a lot of Republican voters because he was hugging Barack Obama on the boardwalk, but he denies the hug. But they were exchanging little fuzzy animals that President Obama got him on the boardwalk. I keep saying to Governor Christie, because he's like, there was no hug, and I keep saying, don't make me show the video of him winning you that little fuzzy bear. Okay, but anyway, how does that play, Chris?
Well, President Obama played it well. He took good advantage of that. Not only did he demonstrate bipartisanship by getting Chris Christie to accept his Care Bear, but he also was able to blame global warming. He even stayed on, brought his actual message points from the campaign into it. Meantime, Mitt Romney couldn't even get in the state. He couldn't get around. Christie told him to stay away, which is probably right, because what is Mitt Romney going to do other than stand around and have nice hair? It blows nicely as the breeze is coming in. Right, it's blowing as the breeze is coming in, but he's not going to be able to do anything. So that's where running against an incumbent makes it harder, because Obama could go there, he could push his message about global warming and do other things.
Here.
But not the case here. We got nobodies. We got people who are a never was and a former. So what? And all they can do is stay away and hope that people from their parties, that the Republican governors of these states and that the president and his organization don't screw up, because if they do, it will be bad for them.
You know, Dana, we also have a presidential debate this Sunday night, you know, within 24 hours of this storm hitting landfall.
Yeah, so you're going to have, I mean, it could be upwards of 15 million and multiples of that that are going to be focused on the storm. They'll be paying little attention to the debate. Nobody pays attention as much as we do, but it's possible that night that you could end up with Trump, like a split screen with Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and then the weather map or coverage, because people are going to want to know what is happening to their communities.
And what about, you know, early voting, right? Because this is also going to impact North Carolina and Florida. And you tell me whether, you know, turnout for that is a factor, or is this going to depress any of that or change any of that?
Well, I have to say, if I could defer to my co-host, who I believe is working on a data dive.
I'll tell you what, you may. Stirewalt, that is your cue.
Deal.
See how well they work together?
I don't know any answers. I just defer to him.
Dana is sweating me on this data dive like crazy. I'm going to come up with something that's going to be good, dadgummit. But the early voting is a huge factor, both in North Carolina and in Florida. If the storm is disruptive to a great degree, that will be harmful for Democrats who like early voting and like long voting periods, so that they can mobilize reticent voters or hard-to-get-out voters. So Democrats want this to be over quickly and not massively disruptive, so they can take advantage of every day on the map.
Fascinating.
But in Florida, you never know what's going to happen.
Look at Dana. We're sorry for putting your head over the satellite.
Well,
yeah, thank you for lowering it.
For FaceTime, I think it's probably good. Put it back.
Dana's little floating head above the storm. I don't know what we're trying to say about Dana. Like, ah!
I'm having one of those weeks.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Tears.
I know. Remember, she was crying last night. She was very verklempt by the vice presidential debate.
But only through one eye.
I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Bye.